This year, our ASD Model United Nations Club decided to start the transfer of our club from exclusively a debate club into both a debate and service club. So this vision came from both our students and our advisors as a means of putting what we practice in MUN into action and bringing fruition to our words.
Nations organization that raises money to send impoverished girls to school, and what we've done as a club is send individual girls in Kenya and Tanzania to school. We've paid for water supplies, bathrooms. We've done a lot in our organization here in Qatar and ASD, and what's so great about the Hela fundraiser is that it really falls in accordance with our values too, because they're required to have half girls, half boys, because they give opportunities to girls. We're very happy to work with MUN in making sure that girls have an equal opportunity to be educated and to participate.
Okay, so following its conception 5 years ago, Hela was largely under the jurisdiction of FIME in Qatar, right, the Qatar Foundation. But this year it's put into student hands, and what that did for us, and I can speak for myself, is that it directly involved the students within the Hela initiative. We became connected and were able to fully appreciate their experience as students in Afghanistan. And we faced a lot of challenges over the course of this entire year. At the beginning of last year, when we were actually given the opportunity to work on the Hela initiative, we were told that the fundraising goal was, less than, I guess, formidable. And so we saw it as very attainable through small fundraisers or just private donations here and there. But when we came back after the blockade, the Saudi-led coalition blockade, ticket prices had more than tripled. And we were faced with a very formidable fundraising goal, and so we had to reevaluate our entire plan.
National Honor Society. NHS is all about leadership, character, scholarship, and service. We strive to build a better community through future leaders of the world, and that is what Hela is all about. It's taking leaders from Afghanistan and giving them experiences and knowledge that they can help further their home country whenever they go back. And we are so excited to be partnering and helping further this momentous group.
Stands for Hope for Education and Leadership in Afghanistan. It's a Model United Nations NGO that was youth founded in Afghanistan, and they work to create the future ethical leaders of the world and of their country by providing opportunity for diplomacy, leadership, and education. And it's a youth-founded NGO, which is one of the reasons why it's so exciting that we get to work with them, because these are students just like us, our age, who managed to create a meaningful and purposeful organization that has effectuated progress in their country against the forces of war and poverty and corruption and terrorism that are prevalent in their country.
ASD Times. ASD Times believes that the Hela initiative is one of the causes that deserve more awareness within the ASD community. In cooperating with the Hela initiative, we hope to raise advocacy for the plight of underprivileged Afghan students and to support their educational and leadership development.
Amnesty International. As a club, Amnesty advocates for violations of human rights and spreads awareness of that on campus. And this is seen through Hela as well, as they advocate for leadership, diplomacy, and education of Afghanistan kids. And they also aim to make the future ethical leaders in Afghanistan. We are excited to work with Hela through our week-long event, Peace Week.
The Helping Hand works to provide help to people in third world countries who need with basic human necessities. We also work locally to help the expats that come from these third world countries as well. The Hela initiative works to create Afghan leaders who want to help provide basic necessities, which is very similar to what we're trying to do at Helping Hand.
With our fundraising, having having raised 15,000 Qatari riyals, which was half the amount of money we needed. However, upon our return from summer, after the blockade had happened, we went into another meeting with Ms. Lisa Martin, in which she informed us that the Saudi-led blockade against Qatar had restricted air routes, causing a tripled ticket price for us to fundraise. So this was quite shocking to us as students who had less than 3 months to raise 70,000 Qatari riyals, and we had no idea how we were going to do it. Some may ask why we continued our efforts despite the blockade. At ASD, we've seen Qatar work to provide opportunity for the MENA region for education and leadership and diplomacy by creating a knowledge-based economy and hosting conferences like WISE and bringing in the most prestigious universities in the world to Education City to provide opportunity for students within the region to come to those educational institutions. And we didn't want to let all the work that Qatar has done to provide opportunity in this region, a region that very much needs it, especially as we see it in its current state today. We didn't want to let the blockade and the injustice that the other countries committed against Qatar depreciate from all the work that this country has done to create those opportunities and to create progress in this region.
And
National Honor Society.
Amnesty International.
ASD Times.
So what you're seeing is that, as students who are directly involved in this initiative and began to find ourselves identifying with these students and fully appreciating their experience as students from Afghanistan and all the struggles they have to endure in order to be here even tonight at the Hela Night fundraiser. And what we're seeing is that those sentiments are expressed throughout our MUN community, but as well as our ASD community. And what we saw is that when we began to spread awareness about this initiative, about the students themselves and our support of them, we had such an uproar from the American School of Doha student body, clubs like Girl Up, Amnesty International, Helping Hand, National Honor Society, ASD Times, the list goes on and on. All their teachers, supervisors, all their members, all their leadership really identified with the Hela initiative as the embodiment of their own values. And I think that's where its value lies, the Hela initiative, is that it's not specific, to a certain area in its meaning or its application. It's just, it really has this, ubiquity and application to all of our experiences as adults, as students, and as individuals, and how we all have to pursue whatever we need to pursue, against all of these obstacles and, forces that are opposing us. And of course, our resilience, that's what defines us, makes us unique. And we see that with the Hela initiative, and we are so proud to be able to work with them and to interact.